Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Jessica.
And welcome to Cooking with Coastline. I'm very excited to be here. I've been with Coastline for a few months now, and I write the menus for the Meals on Wheels program. I do the supplement program, nutritional counseling, and pretty soon we're going to be starting up our wellness program. So I'm really excited. Yes, I am. But you know, I love that. I love that there's so many different parts to this job. It's really cool. I wear many hats. But well, it's great.
When you just like you say that, I wear many hats as well. I'm the office manager and executive assistant, and I also handle all of our marketing, PR, and development at Coastline. So we're both very busy at the office.
Yes.
But I'm really excited to be here today to help co-host with Stephanie, and we're going to be doing some nice, healthy, and tasty recipes.
Yes, and I'm so happy that you're here too, Jess. So what we're going to be doing is preparing some recipes for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl season's here already. And so what we're going to be doing is taking some recipes that a lot of us use, but putting a healthy twist on them. So we're going to be making sweet potato skins and also a barbecue chicken pizza.
So we're going to start off making the sweet potato skins. We actually put these in the oven and bake them at 375 for about an hour, just to cook them through. If you want, you can also put them in the microwave for about 4.5 minutes per potato based on your own microwave. So it can vary a little bit.
Quick. I love that, especially if you don't have a lot of time. Throw them in the microwave for a few minutes and then they're done. So that's really nice.
Right, and to make sure that they're all ready to go, you can just take a knife and kind of insert the knife into the potato, and if it goes all the way through, that means it's finished. So our next step is we're going to be cutting the potatoes down the middle, making 2 halves.
Do you eat a lot of sweet potatoes at home, Jess?
I actually do. I don't eat the white potatoes anymore, and I have been eating the sweet potatoes for a while now, and I really like the taste of them, and just they have so many health benefits that they're really great.
Yeah, since you're talking about health benefits, if we're comparing it to a white potato, believe it or not, as far as calories go and protein and fat, they're actually very similar. But what's different about them is that sweet potatoes are really high in vitamin A, actually. It's about 400%, one medium sweet potato is about 400% of what you would need for vitamin A for the day. And vitamin A is great. It's a great water-soluble, fat-soluble vitamin, and it helps with your eyesight. It helps with cell metabolism and growth. So there's a lot of really good things about vitamin A. Yes, absolutely, and it helps your immune system too. So, so now what are we going to be doing?
So now that we have all the potatoes halved, we're going to be taking the potatoes and we're going to be scooping out the inside and putting them into, we're each going to do our individual own bowls, but you can put it into one bowl. You're going to leave a little bit on the inside so that it keeps the potato skin a little bit sturdier, because as you know, sweet potato skins are a little bit softer than your regular white potato. So we're just gonna scoop these out.
And they're also pretty high in fiber as well. And fiber is one of those great components to a meal that it will help you feel fuller for longer. So it'll be good for all those guests that are in your house. They won't be raiding your cabinets and eating all your food, right? So we're providing high fiber snacks for them, so that way they can leave satisfied and enjoy the game too. Do you watch a lot of football?
I actually don't watch a lot of football. I do know, I mean, I like the Patriots and everything, but I'm not die-hard fan. I'm more of a basketball fan, and our Celtics aren't doing very well right now, so I haven't really been
haven't been too happy
with that. But football is always a good time, good season, because everybody gets together and has their parties and stuff. So I go to the parties more.
Yeah, it's a social event. Yeah, no, that's fun. I'm in the same boat as you. So if any of you guys are having some pretty killer parties, make sure you invite The two of us.
Yes.
Stephanie and Jess, yeah. Contact us at Coastline. Okay.
All right, these are.
And if you tend to find that the sweet potato is a little hard, what you can do, you can either throw it back in the oven for another couple minutes or so, or you can throw it in the microwave for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, because they're all different sizes, so some can take a little bit longer than the others. So
make sure that you stab it really good with a fork or a knife, and then that way it can start to heat evenly.
All right, so now we're gonna put all of our insides together into one bowl. Take that for me.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna start mixing this up, and then we're gonna be adding a few ingredients. So we're gonna be adding a 1/4 cup of milk. Do you wanna mix that?
Sure.
And then I'll 1/4 cup of milk. There you go. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oops. Shake that around all over the place.
And that's the nice thing about making your own recipes and not buying anything pre-bought. You can control what goes in there. So you can control how much sodium, how much fat, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, you can always add your own little twist to it. If you like something a little more spicy, you can add some hot sauce or whatever you want to do. So we're just going to add some pepper. Just as much as you want. Some people like pepper and some people aren't fans of it. So it all depends on your crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we do have a cup of cheese here. We have a mozzarella and we have a sharp cheddar. You can do whatever kind of cheese that you like, just based on your preference.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do half in the mixture and then we're gonna leave half to put on top. So I'm just gonna use my hands here.
Great. You know, and I saw other sweet potato skin recipes that used brie, walnuts, and cranberries too.
Wow.
So if you're a real fancy cook, you can do that. There's so many different variations that you can do with this. I mean, we chose to use these 2 different kinds of cheeses, but whatever you like. If you wanted to do just mozzarella, that's totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah, and that's what's nice about cooking is that you can make everything your own.
Exactly, exactly. Okay.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the mixture that we have made and put them back into the skins.
Yep.
So
Move this a little bit like that.
I'm gonna just kind of whop them in there.
Do you know they make a white sweet potato?
Oh no, I didn't know about the white sweet potato.
So if you want to play a little trick on your friends, they look just like a white potato.
We'll be getting a whole bunch of sweetness.
Yeah, but you know what's nice about these is that you're getting sweet and savory because you're getting the cheese mixture inside of the sweet potato skins. You know, and we have the salt and the pepper. If you want, you can add green onions to the mixture inside. We're gonna be sprinkling it in at the top at the end. But if you wanted to add that for a little bit more savory, you absolutely can.
Yeah, you could add like garlic or like a seasoned salt or something to give it a little more flavor.
Parsley, anything you want. Anything you want. Okay.
All right, so we have these almost done.
Yeah. And so we're gonna we're gonna sprinkle the rest of the cheese on them. So that way it can get all nice and melted. And that'll go on for about another 10 minutes or so. You can put the oven on like either 375 or 400. Okay, so we'll put this over here.
All right, so we're almost done here. Yeah, you can check, just check and see, watch the cheese to see if it gets melty, and then you can also crisp up the skins themselves too, which is nice if you, like we said before, the skins on the sweet potatoes are a little bit on the softer side. So if you like them really crispy, like a regular potato skin, you can just keep them in the oven a little bit longer.
Or before you put the, like you said, if you really do like more of a crispier skin, before you put any of the filling inside, you can just put the skins in the oven for about 10 minutes, but drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them, and that'll help make it more crispy. So then you take them back out, and you put the flesh back in, and then you can stick them in the oven again.
All right, so now we're gonna add these into the oven at 400, and we're gonna start off about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll do 10 minutes.
And we'll check and we'll see how it goes from there.
Okay. So now our second recipe that we're going to do is our barbecue chicken pizza. I love pizza.
Oh yes.
Oh, I love pizza.
They're always good for the Super Bowl party too. Everybody loves pizza. So.
Absolutely, yeah. It's one of those foods that, you know, who doesn't love pizza?
Right.
You know, and there's so many different things that you can do. Exactly, exactly right. So here, actually, I got this at Stop and Shop. It's one of the newer products on the market. And what I love about it is that it's already pre-made, right? So you have plenty of people coming over to your house. You have to clean.
Right, you don't want to
There's
have to
so
make
much
things from
that
scratch.
you have to do. You don't want to make this from scratch. So it's great. You can put it in the freezer if you want. If you wanted to cook it on the grill outside, you could. And it cooks really quickly too once you have all your ingredients on top. So, and it's a whole wheat. It's a whole wheat crust. And whole wheat is high in especially B vitamins and fiber. So it's, again, you know, one of those really good tricks that you can put something healthier as opposed to doing just a plain white dough. You know, add a little bit more of a healthier twist to a popular appetizer.
So I'm gonna start off by making our salsa for the pizza. So we have, you can just get a can of black beans and a can of sweet corn. We actually just have this for this recipe, but if you want to make it all, you can make it all and then use half of it and then freeze the rest. So you're going to mix those together, and I'm also going to chop up an onion first. You can do basically 1/4 cup or kind of just to your liking. So I'm going to be chopping that up, and Steph's going to be talking about how we layer the pizza.
Yep. And you can use red onion. We chose to use a white onion, but whatever onions you like, it can be versatile. And just to touch upon also with the salsa that Jess is making, so we chose a low sodium black beans, and beans are one of those superfoods that I think are underrated. Really, they're cheap. You know, they're versatile. You can put them in soups and chili. You know, you can make salsa with them. There's so many different things that you can use beans for, and it works on anybody's budget. The only thing that you have to be careful though when you are purchasing any canned goods, you want to make sure that you rinse the top of the can first.
See, I would have thought of that. When you mentioned that earlier, I was like, oh, that's such a good idea, because you never think like what's going on in production or on the traveling or anything like that. So it's good to
what
to do that.
Process did this can have to go through to get to your house, right? So it's always good just to rinse the can off, just to make sure that anything you know, is off there. And you want to rinse the beans also, and the corn too. We bought a no salt added corn. So this is great. It only has about 10 milligrams of sodium per serving, so that's really, really good. And with the beans, if you rinse your beans, you can actually decrease the sodium level by 40%. So,
oh, wow.
That's huge. So that's really, really nice.
So what I'm doing over here is I have put in some onion, and then I've mixed in the corn and the beans all together. So I'm going to just give that a good mix.
Sure. And you would think too, you know, normally how you make a pizza, right? You put the sauce down first, but because this pizza it's so thin, you don't want to overload it with a lot of ingredients. So again, we're talking about, you know, portion control and calorie control. So we're going to add our cheese first.
Yeah, and also if you have the cheese layer down first, it probably helps make it not so turn soggy, and helps it stay a little bit more crispy because the sauce isn't directly, since it is such a thin crust.
Exactly.
The cheese will give it a nice little layer before you put the sauce down.
Okay. And you can layer this however you want to, but again, you know, like as Jess was saying, you want to make sure that the sauce is down, the cheese is down first before the sauce. And this barbecue sauce that we found is actually the lowest in sodium, right?
Yeah, we took a while to find some barbecue sauce, so
we did.
This
There's
one
so
actually
many
turned out to be
options
really
out there. Yeah, this only has 80 milligrams of sodium per serving. So
and a lot of the other ones I think were like in the 300s.
Yes.
So and what's the brand on that?
This one is Patty's Good Life, but you know there are a lot of other different kinds that you can use. But again, you know what I love about this is that I'm in control over how much is going on the pizza.
Right.
You know,
right.
So we'll add just a little bit of sauce.
Okay.
Okay. It smells so good. I love the smell of barbecue sauce. Right.
It just looks nice too when you drizzle it instead of just like laying it out and like putting it in a circle around the whole entire crust.
Yeah. Your friends will think you're so fancy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so if you want to start adding a little bit of the salsa.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, very good. You know, even corn, I think a lot of people give corn a bad rap.
Yeah, you always hear that it's like so high in sugar and it's like one of the worst vegetables to eat.
Yeah.
It's one of the tastiest, I think.
Well, you know, you got to think about it too, that there are a lot of good things about corn too. It's really high in B vitamins. You know, which is good for energy. You know, a lot of times you hear people say that they take B vitamin supplements, and it gives them that boost of energy, right? So that's about good. But corn is really high in B vitamins and fiber too. Again, you're getting a lot of fiber with anytime you. Note for you guys, anytime you eat a lot of fiber, you want to make sure that you drink a lot of water as well.
Yes.
Exactly. The two of them work very well together. So one should not be without the other.
Definitely.
Okay. And then we have some chicken here. We just bought a rotisserie chicken.
Yep, which is easy. You just go right in the grocery store. They're already pre-made for you.
Yeah.
So you just grab them and go.
Right.
So
and so we took the
cooked.
skin. Yep. We took the skin off of it. So again, that'll help decrease the fat and calorie content on it. And so you just sprinkle your chicken on there. Again, you want to be a little cognizant of making sure that your pizza isn't too heavy because you want it to have that nice crisp on the bottom.
It's kind of almost like a quesadilla if you wanted. You could almost always take that other side and flip it right on there too.
Wow.
And do a quesadilla.
Holy cow, what an idea.
That'd be really good.
Right? Or like a calzone or something. We'll flip it in half and that's a great idea.
Yeah.
A great idea, Jess. Okay, so let's check on our sweet potatoes and see
how we're doing. Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah. Actually, I think we can take them out of the oven. Perfect.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. And for our friends with diabetes too, sweet potatoes are actually lower in the glycemic index. So it's good for anybody who may be watching their sugar levels. Okay. So we'll throw our pizza in here. And the pizza will go on for actually 6 to 8 minutes at 450.
All right, well, can we take a look at this nice melty cheese?
It looks delicious.
So now, instead of using a sour cream, we're going to be using a non-fat Greek yogurt. There are many benefits to the Greek yogurt versus the sour cream.
Yes. Us dietitians, we love Greek yogurt. It's one of those wonderful foods. You hear a lot, I'm sure, in the news about probiotics and all of that. And Greek yogurt is really, really high in probiotics. So I think, Jess, you were telling me about a story about your dog, actually, that this is a great story. It's a great story.
Oh. Well, my dog has been sick for a while, so the vet suggested that I put yogurt in her dog food.
Isn't that interesting?
And he said it was a probiotic, will help with her get that good bacteria back in her stomach since she's been sick.
See?
So, and ever since she's been eating it, she's been doing fine. So I think I'm going to continue doing this for the rest of her life.
Right? So, if it can work for dogs, people, it can work for us. But you know, that's the thing with antibiotics. You know, they can do a lot of good. The only problem is that they kill both the good bacteria and the bad bacteria in your body.
Yeah, so you need something to like put it back in.
Exactly, exactly right. So, and the Greek yogurt too, what I love about it, it's great for a snack. If we just look at the nutrition facts for 1 cup of this plain Greek yogurt, it has 23 grams of protein, which is like having like 3 eggs.
That's like a protein bar. It's better than taking a protein bar because the protein bar is full of sugar and all that other kind of stuff. When you have,
and you know, and you can add whatever you want to the plain yogurt. You can add, I know, sometimes I'll add local honey to it, or fruit, or granola, or something else. You know, again, be in charge of what, you know, what goes in. It's nice to have that control. Okay. So
I'm going to be putting these, I'm going to plate these now, and then we can add the scallions for a little bit of color.
Yeah. Gives it that nice little fancy look to it.
There we go. We'll just add 3 of them.
Sure. See? Oh, nice little garnish. And again, too, as I was saying, if you really like onions, you can add the scallions into the mixture of the sweet potatoes while you're adding, you know, the milk and the cheese and everything else to it. You know, it's versatile. It's whatever you like.
Yeah, we also saw somewhere that someone added spinach on the inside in the filling beforehand. Yeah. So that will give you a good source of fiber, and spinach is just great all around.
High in vitamin C, yes. No, it's great, and in vitamin A too. So what you could do if you wanted to add the spinach, you could probably put a little bit of garlic and olive oil and spinach, and then add that to your mixture. Oh my gosh, I bet that would be just so, so delicious.
Yeah, there's so many things that you can do with this dish, which is really nice.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so it looks like our pizza is ready.
And it looks so good.
You blew your hair back in the wind and everything.
I know. I feel like I'm in a movie.
All right, so that looks great.
I know. Yeah, and this only cooks 6 to 8 minutes, which is so, so nice. It's so quick.
Yeah. And
so by the time you're, you know, cleaning up a little bit and all that, your pizza's already done. So that's so, so nice. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I love this one. Hear that little nice crunch crisp, yeah. Maybe I should. There we go. Maybe we should have our own Super Bowl party now. Now that we have all these delicious recipes.
We should.
Absolutely.
Use all of our healthy recipes. We can put the game on in the background.
Yeah.
Just hang out.
Again, it's more sociable for us, but that's okay. That's okay. Alrighty, so.
All right, let's take a couple pieces.
I know, so now.
There's a little spatula.
This is like the best part of everything, right? Is getting to try. Oh, and too, if you have a little bit of extra of the green onions too, you can feel free and you can just add them to it. Adds like a nice little garnish. And adds more flavor too, so.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm going to pull that up there.
Oh, sure. There you go.
There you go.
That looks awesome.
Look at that. Looks great. Look at all
looks
that
so good.
color.
I know.
And tastiness.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Nice little healthy spin. Oh, too, and I want to try one of these too.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try the pizza first because I love pizza. Love pizza.
Yeah, it's good.
That is so good.
That's really good.
It's really, really good. And again, not a lot of prep work either.
No.
All you have to do is cut up a little bit of chicken and, you know, cut up an onion, and really the rest is just assembling it. So it's really easy.
And I think the corn and the beans add a lot to it.
I agree.
Nice little crunch to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice
yeah.
flavor.
And then our sweet potato skins. Ooh, they're nice and cheesy. Look at that cheese. Ooh, it looks so good.
That's really good.
Isn't that nice? It's a nice, you know, spin on your regular potato skin.
Yeah.
It's really, really
and
nice.
I was kind of nervous about the yogurt for the sour cream, but it actually tastes pretty similar.
It does.
Yeah, so.
It does, yeah. We switched that in our home. Another nice way to add more healthy things to your cooking, right, to your dishes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for watching today. If you want to take a look at the recipes, they're going to scroll at the end of the video. So we will see you next time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.